Alright guys, so what is up? And yes, this is what you're looking at right now is my carburetor. My bike has never really ran that great, and it always ran like a bike that's carbs were really dirty. And these carbs were super dirty. Absolutely full of grime. I couldn't see through any of the jets, they were just completely gunked up. My idle screw wasn't even touching this. I had to bend this and this out a little bit, so it didn't even matter where that screw was sitting because it was basically closed all the way. What really got me when I took this apart was, I don't know if you guys can kind of see, I JB welded it because ain't nobody gonna buy a new carb when you got some JB weld. This carburetor was cracked and had a pretty fierce crack. It looked like somebody took a screw that was too long, screwed it right through, and it looked like it had just burst on the other side. And I don't know if the air coming in through there was making a big difference in the carb, or if that's maybe why it was tuned all crazy and not having any sort of setting. What irks me the most is, if you guys watch my previous videos, you know that I took this local Harley dealership and they did not tell me that there was a crack. For them to not mention that, which was extremely obvious, it was the first thing I noticed when I took this float bowl off. Completely disappointed in my local dealership. Highly advise not bringing your motorcycles there. So we are at the beautiful final stages of this process where I am reassembling the carb. I've adjusted the float height, and now what we're gonna do is pop this float bowl right back on and hope that everything friggin' works. So, new hose is gonna go on, clean fuel filter, ready to go. So it seemed last night that the bike was all good to go, so that is not the case. Of course, it can't be the case because I always have issues no matter what. It's always something. Here's the new problem that's arisen. So there's a screw right here that holds on the bracket for the throttle cable and the idle cable and your idle adjustment screw. And so what happened was this screw is fucking stripped. And not the screw, what I mean is the screw hole is stripped. The threads are fucking gone. There's nothing there. So without that screw, even though this top one's holding it on, I don't know if you can see that screw, this bracket just comes right out and it doesn't hold that open. I got the bike fired up, right? But I couldn't get anything, couldn't get an idle because this screw, it wouldn't hold it open. Ordered a helicoil kit, should be here in a few hours, which is fucking awesome. Everything would be back together and this would be perfectly awesome and great, but you know, shit just has to fucking work out like that. Every time I do anything, there's always gotta be something going wrong. Can't just go back together, right?
Fast forward through time. If you guys have never used a helicoil kit, they seem like really simple to use, but when you're doing it on a carburetor, you feel like a surgeon on their first day of open heart surgery. It was absolutely terrifying to drill into my carburetor, the teeny weensy little hole. Bike started up, and oh my god, it was like a blessing from Jesus himself. Oh yeah! So it's starting to get dark, but I don't know if you guys can see, I sanded out the Sportster, and I think it looks so dope! Cleaned the carb, and I put it back on my bike, and my bike still runs! Woo! I've never cleaned a carb before. It's absolutely terrifying, like, to think about, you know, like, oh shit, I gotta clean a carb, man. I'm gonna fuck it up all kinds. Oh my god. This is the best this bike has ever sounded. Yes! 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 One thing that really scares a lot of new riders is that you don't want to fuck with your carb, and there's a lot of story about carb being all fucked up, and you know you can't get it to run right because your carb's not set right. Dude, it's way easier than you think it is, and it's so worth knowing what's going on in your carburetor. I'm so happy I did this. I'm so happy that even though the screw hole was stripped and I had to go through all that fucking trouble, it's totally worth it. I love this bike, dude. I love it so good damn much. Out in town like Backville, you just get this nice little skyline back there and just get a nice long soft yeah. Dude, everybody and their mama is playing Pokemon Go, and let me tell you, I can't get it to fucking load. I can't get it to load on my phone. It shows me that there's Pokemon around, but it won't fucking load any of the Pokemon, and it's like, GPS can't be found. I'm just like, bitch, fuck this. You be eating up all my battery anyway. Ain't nobody got time. So really the point of this video was to tell you that I cleaned my carburetor and it still works, and actually, listen to that shit. Listen to that shit. It sounds like a toodaloo. Hello and welcome to another vlog by the Killswitch Queens. I want to say thank you and extend my greatest gratitude for you choosing to subscribe to my channel. Now if for any reason you would not like my videos and put the dog poo-poo into your mouth, then you're gonna eat the dog poo-poo. But I'm telling you, you better subscribe because it's better than dog poops.